What's up YouTube, Gemini Johnny back again with another compilation of creepy TikToks to make you question everything. That's right, we're back. It's a bonus episode, way sooner than you thought I'd be. And be sure and stick around through the end of today's video for a preview of my brand new reaction series I'm going to be starting next month. If you missed my 25 Days of Creepy or my TikToktober series, be sure and check those out in the description below for another 56 days of reactions. Wow, I didn't realize it was that many, but that makes sense, 31 and 25. I can do math. Now without further ado, let's jump right in.
Never heard of this before, so I want to know, have you guys heard of the true story of Midnight Mary? On October 15th of 1872, Mary Hart suddenly just dropped dead. Now what's specific to this story was that she was pronounced gone at exactly midnight, and they buried her in the Evergreen Cemetery located in New Haven, Connecticut. Something was very wrong. All of her relatives had these extreme nightmares where they would hear Mary screaming as if they could hear it from underground. These nightmares actually became so bad for the family that they exhumed the body, which is when they found the most shocking part of the story: scratch marks from inside her casket. She had accidentally been buried alive. So the legend has it that she continues to roam the grounds of this cemetery in hatred of the world that falsely buried her when she was still living. Those who speak her name or even hear of the story seem to summon her. And if you're ever at her grave beyond midnight, the legend has it that you'll die very soon after.
I won't be visiting her grave.
Grab yourself a blankie and a snack because this story is terrifying. This is Friday night. It was a Friday evening and Mia was gonna stay in as her roommate Lucy was going out with a few college friends grabbing some drinks. The two were good friends and had lived together for about a year. Lucy said she wouldn't be back until later and not to wait up. Mia was white from her work week, so she got in bed around 11 p.m. and quickly fell asleep. 20 or so minutes later, she woke up to the sound of someone walking up and down the hallway by her bedroom door. She figured Lucy must have gotten home. She flipped over and went back to sleep. A few minutes later, she heard her bedroom door slowly open. Lucy had borrowed an outfit for a night out, and half asleep Mia just assumed that she was returning it. It was dark, but she looked up to make out the figure of someone standing in the doorway. She rolled over and was going to say something to Lucy, but the person backed out and closed the door. Trying to fall back asleep again, she then heard Lucy making a ton of noise in the family room. She was annoyed, but too tired to get up. So she leaned over, grabbed her phone, and texted Lucy, "Hey, can you keep it down in there? I'm trying to sleep." A minute later, Mia's phone buzzed. It was Lucy, and her message read, "What are you talking about? I'm still out with friends, won't be back for another hour." Whoever was in the family room wasn't Lucy. Someone was in the apartment. Mia's stomach dropped as she could still hear the person walking around the family room. She jumped up, ran to her bedroom door, and locked it as she dialed 911. The sound of the sirens must have run the intruder off because when police got to the apartment, no one was there. Police found a front window partially open and figured that's how the intruder must have gotten in. And that intruder, who came within feet of Mia as they stood in her doorway, was never identified. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Lock your doors, lock your windows, get an alarm system, and get a dog.
All good points, all good advice.
Have you ever seen the news broadcast that will play when the world's ending?
What?
Okay, so back in 1980, when CNN was created, the founder of CNN said that CNN will never stop broadcasting. And if they do, it will be because the world is ending.
That's not scary at all.
Yeah, so what he did was he created a broadcast that will only play if the world's ending. And on that broadcast, it's a video of a band playing the song Near My God to Thee, which is literally the same song that was played on the Titanic before it sank, according to all the survivors of the Titanic. This wasn't even supposed to be leaked. It was leaked by CNN. They were supposed to keep this to themselves.
I'm sure every news station has that at this point. We've been on the brink of the end of the world like 18 times just in my lifetime, so I'm sure they're all prepared. Like the accidental, what was it? It was the Hawaii, it's like an accidental alert that came out. It was a government alert that said that they're to prepare for bombs or something. I don't remember. Yeah, they're prepared. They're ready for all that. They got messages to send out. They got broadcasts pre-recorded. Yeah, don't worry. Your favorite media will still be there during the end of the world.
Giants are real. Back in Africa, archaeologists have recently uncovered a 4-foot-long footprint, which is said to be between 400 million and 300 billion years old. Putting this into perspective, this 4-foot-long footprint would have belonged to something at least 27 feet tall. Furthermore, a 38-centimeter finger fossil was found in Egypt, and scientists have said that it would belong to something at least 16 feet tall. There have also been carvings done by prehistoric cavemen that actually depict giants in them. Putting all these with evidence of enlarged bones that have been uncovered by archaeologists, is it possible that
I think giants were probably a real thing at one point on this earth. The problem with the giants in that whole realm of the unexplained is that so many people have tried to fake giant skeletons that they found. Like that picture, I'm 90% sure that was the picture that was proven to be fake. I think I was like trying to pull a fast one and become rich and famous. Which sucks. Stop muddying the waters with fake crap. There's enough unexplained stuff in the world. Go put your effort into that instead of trying to fake more stuff just for notoriety or something. Stupid. It takes so much effort to try to fake something. Why not try to put that effort into discovering or figuring something out or anything else that's productive, as opposed to being a huge time waster for everyone involved and everyone who's looking into it, and then causing questions years and years down the line, bringing into question the entire cause by faking stuff. Dumb. And I know it's not as easy to fake stuff anymore because of the age of the internet. Like I think that was in the 70s or something. So that's good at least. You know, people have information, they can debunk stuff themselves, as they should. You should always, before just believing something that's on the internet, you should always research, find out if it's true, look into the source, make sure that they haven't lied about 18 other things. I don't know why I'm stuck on 18 today. Make sure they have a, clean, trustworthy record before you just start spouting off information, you know? I don't know. I think I'm rambling. All right, let's get back to the video.
no one has actually been to outer space? There's a theory that we haven't ever been to outer space because of a transparent barrier that surrounds our entire world, and that past this barrier isn't open space or a vacuum, but water. Now, it all might sound crazy, but back in 1962, the US government launched a couple of nukes into the sky to allegedly test out the atmosphere's reaction to them, or that's what they want us to believe. But some say they were actually trying to see if they could crack that invisible barrier. Ironically enough, this program was called Operation Fishbowl. This theory is further speculated, as many have said that if you look at the stars with your own eyes, or zoom in on them with a camera, it seems to be twinkling or shining through a liquid-like substance. As rocket enthusiasts have observed, that rockets we have launched do seem to hit an invisible ceiling that causes a ripple-like effect that you would see in water, leading to a pretty strange theory that
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a firmament. There are weird videos of people from NASA saying stuff like, once we figure out how to get through the Van Allen belt. So that's weird, because you would think if we went to the moon, we would have figured out how to get through or they would have figured out how to get through the Van Allen belt back then, right? But I am incredibly uneducated when it comes to space travel, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. So yeah, if you know more than me, by all means, explain it to me. How do we get through the Van Allen radiation belt? 'Cause I honestly don't know. And then there's the mouse on the International Space Station, allegedly. There's a lot of things that make me question, but then I always come back to why. Why would there be this big lie? Why not tell the truth to people? I guess then it probably always comes back to money, because NASA gets however much funding they get every year, and space exploration in general and space companies all get lots of grants from the government, so I guess that's probably why. But yeah, I don't know. Again, going back to the Antarctica thing, I'm gonna go to Antarctica someday, and I'm gonna take a bunch of really good cameras and a good team, and we'll go check it out. We'll see what happens.
Haunted Places in Every U.S. State, Part 6.
Nice.
Colorado. The many legends of Riverdale Road. Riverdale Road is the site of not one, but 8 creepy stories. The creepiest story, though, is that of the Phantom Jogger. One day, there was a driver who hit a jogger, freaked out, and left him for dead. Now, it's said that if you park at the site of the crash, you'll hear disembodied footsteps getting closer and closer to your car. People have reported handprints on their windows and banging noises as if someone was kicking the outside. If anyone is interested in hearing the other legends of Riverdale Road, let me know in the comments.
Fallen angels will rise again. There is this biblical prophecy in the book of Revelation that talks about the great Euphrates River in the Middle East. It's said that in the last days before God destroys the earth, that this great river will dry up. Well, the river is almost dry. But that's not all. The Bible says that God chained up 4 fallen angels and imprisoned them underneath that river. And according to the Bible's timeline, when that river dries up, they will be released from under the river to slaughter 1/3 of mankind. So, it's only a matter of time before.
This is why I would never hire a stranger for a kid's birthday party. And if the photo's not bad enough, the mystery behind it is so much worse. And a reminder before I dive in that if you like all things spooky and true crime, check out my podcast. There's a link to it in my profile. So in the 1940s, the McLaren family in Houston, Texas was having a birthday party for their daughter, Rose. They hired a clown for the party, but an hour before the party started, they get a call from the company saying that the clown they hired was no longer available. They were going to send someone else in his place. And the parents were like, okay, fine, whatever. But then this man shows up to the party. And the kids are all terrified of him. No one really wants to take photos.
Obviously.
The man stayed at the party for about 20 minutes and then just disappeared. But get this. After he left, the clown that they hired showed up to the party. And he apologized for being late. And the
More
mother was
creepy.
like, what are you doing here? You canceled on us. And the clown's like, no, I didn't. And it was at that moment that one of the parents noticed that this little boy pictured here was missing. The little boy was never found, and the identity of this man remains a mystery even today.
Haunted Places in Every U.S. State, Part 5.
Let's go, California.
California.
I've heard of this.
The Charman. Now, I know hearing the word Charman may evoke positive and cute images of little red Pokemon, but this Charman's origin story is gruesome. A father and son were both caught in a house fire and horribly burnt in 1948. After the fire, the son became so mentally unstable that he murdered his father. When the police found the son, he was so unrecognizably burnt, they didn't realize he was actually alive, so he ran away before they were able to arrest him for the murder. The story goes that, ever since then, the Charman can be spotted wandering the woods surrounding Ojai, occasionally approaching tents of innocent campers, or pretending to be a hitchhiker, and then attempting to attack or kill them.
Yeah, I'm up in Ojai like twice a month, and I've never seen him. I have asked a couple people around about him, and nobody seemed to have heard of that story. But I can ask some more people. I mean, the urban legend comes from somewhere, right? So yeah, next time I find someone that says they're like born and raised there, and I'm talking to them, I'll ask them, see what they say, and I'll report back.
North Korea might start World War III. Okay, so North Korea threatened World War III after they were pushed to get rid of all their nuclear weapons. North Korea has warned America that any attempt to get North Korea to get rid of their nuclear weapons is a declaration of war. They have also been testing a lot of missiles recently, leading many people to believe that North Korea is getting ready to launch nukes. So what do you think? Do you think North Korea is going to start World War III? Or is it just another one of their attempts trying to look all big and tough?
Yeah, I typically try to stay away from like geopolitical issues on this channel. But that little dude over there seems crazy, bro. I wonder if he'd like my stuff. Probably not. It's another new goal for Kim Jong-un to subscribe to my channel.
Shadow people explained. Shadow people are 2D entities. With no real features, they're just kind of pitch black. Most people say shadow people get into your home via a portal, which most often is a mirror. The theory goes that shadow people used to be human beings, but there were also some that weren't humans, meaning their personalities and what they may do can vary. But they're all pretty much very intelligent. Although if they are spotted by humans, they most often will flee. Another explanation for what these things are sleep paralysis hallucinations, which makes this less of a supernatural thing and more of a scientific thing. But also some people think they're aliens, so who knows.
You guys seem chill. Cargley.
You never heard of the Clown Motel?
Nope.
It's supposedly haunted by the ghosts of clowns. We were dumb enough to spend the night here last night. That was a big mistake.
Yeah.
There's a huge cemetery right next to the motel. They say the ghosts walk over from the cemetery to the motel at night. This clown named Charlie was filmed moving by itself on ghost adventures. He moved something of ours on camera. Many of these clowns are said to be possessed by evil spirits. We definitely made a mistake coming here. We rented the 3 most haunted rooms, and we experienced some very scary paranormal activity. We got all of it on camera too. Follow me here on TikTok to see the scary videos that I recorded in here last night. I don't think I'd ever want to come back here again after what happened to us.
I would not want to go to that clown motel, but I would do it for you guys and film myself. I wouldn't pull some crap like that. Like, well, I mean, to see my footage. I'll just give it to you. I hate when they do that.
Terrifying urban legends that turned out to be true, part 2. In October 1970, a couple reported seeing a man dressed in a white suit and wearing bunny ears who began yelling at them that they were on private property. It was then theorized that this man was the Bunny Man, an urban legend about an escaped mental patient in Virginia who took to gutting teens and hanging them from a bridge underpass. Locals were cautioned to never be caught near the underpass, which is now known to most people as the Bunny Man Bridge.
I would snatch that bunny dude up by his ears so quick. I don't think so, bro. You ain't gutting me. They said teens. Probably wouldn't be interested in me. Alright, so if you've watched this far, we're going to do the rest of this video as a little sneak preview of the series that I'm going to drop next month. And it's been requested a few times, so I figured I'd try it out. And if people like it, I'll keep doing it. And if nobody watches it, then I won't. But I've been requested a handful of times to do reactions to near-death experience videos, or I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. So like near-miss videos or very close call videos. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call them. But NDE, I don't know. What are we going to call it? But you guys know what I'm talking about. So without further ado. Activity. It's not for me. Although, oh dang. I will say dirt bikes are super fun. Man, they're dangerous. Oh. Bro, you see that sharp stick? It landed right next to him? Or he landed right next to? Man, that almost went straight up your booty, sir. That would have not felt good. Oh, that thing is not moving fast enough. That's a NATO. Just outside filming it, bro. Y'all are crazy. Oh. Oh, this is not gonna end well. Oh, I will definitely be using that insult in the future. That was fantastic. Those are 2 very simple words I've never thought to put together in that order. And what effectiveness they have when you do. Dang. Back inside. Oh. Yeah, for real, help him, Jesus. I mean, wasn't that bad. They look like I hurt, but these motorcycle ones are the worst, dude. It's gonna be the green car, isn't it? Oh! What? Oh! Oh no, the solar panels, bro. Yep. God, these motorcycles are crazy, bro. Oh. What the hell? Oh, dang. You're the big boy. Time to go. Yeah, piss the elephants off. Look at that poop. That's crazy. No. Oh my god. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Oh my god. God, why you just don't appreciate life, dude? What is there's 0 point for you to do that. Ugh. Shot my fucking heart rate to like 190. Jesus. This is why I wanted to do these stupid videos, by the way. Because of stupid crap like that people do. No, but in all honesty, it was reactions to these kinds of videos were requested a few times, and so I went and watched a couple and had reactions like that are like legitimate visceral reactions. So I figured it'd probably make a good series. Like, what are you gonna drop into, bro? Heaven? So there you have it, folks. One more bonus episode of reactions to creepy content and a preview of next month's reactions. So I hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a great holiday. I hope you have a happy new year. And it's 2024 now. It's time to get it, you know? Time to go chase those goals. Whatever you've been saying all year you need to be doing, whatever that little voice in the back of your head is always telling you, you should be doing this, but instead you're doing this. It's 2024. Let's do the things we need to do so that later we can do the things we want to do. Right? Alright, I'm done with my motivational pep talk. If you enjoyed this series, be sure to go check out my TikToktober series playlist as well as my 25 Days of Creepy playlist for another 56 days of reactions. So go check all that out. And if you watch this far, you get to know I'm gonna drop one more of these on Saturday. I told one of my OG viewers I would because it's her birthday. So if you stuck around this long, thanks, and I'll see you Saturday. And until next time, which is next year, but actually Saturday, stay creepy.